Welcome back to Revise and Resubmit, and welcome to another weekend book review. I'm Pavlov.
And I'm Nikita.
All right, so we are diving into a book that Bill Gates put on his summer reading list this year.
Oh, cool.
Brave New Words by Salman Khan.
Yeah.
You probably know Khan from Khan Academy,
Right.
the website that's helped everyone with math and science and all sorts of things.
Yeah, like a lifesaver for students.
Totally.
And parents.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
Exactly.
I've used it a couple times myself.
Oh, for sure. But this book, he's looking at something way bigger, like how is AI going to change the way we learn, you know?
Like fundamentally change.
Yeah.
That's a big question.
Totally.
And I think Khan, he's got such an interesting perspective on it.
For sure.
Because he's coming at it from this, education angle, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Like, he's not just a tech person who's fascinated by AI.
Right.
He spent his whole career thinking about how people learn
Right.
and how to make knowledge accessible.
Yeah.
So this book, it's not just about the tech stuff behind AI. It's about how can we actually use this to empower students.
Yeah. And maybe even change the whole education system, you know?
Yeah, that's a big one.
Totally.
So the book, he starts by taking us way back, like when he was making these simple math programs for his cousins.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, just to help them out.
Yeah.
Because he couldn't always be there in person to tutor them.
Right.
And that was kind of the spark that led to Khan Academy, you know?
It's amazing how these things start, right?
I know, right? From this little thing for his family.
Yeah.
And now it's this huge global platform.
Totally.
And now he's working with these super smart people over at OpenAI.
The people behind ChatGPT,
Yeah.
it's like they're at the cutting edge of AI right now.
Totally. And they're developing this AI-powered tutor called Khanmigo.
Khanmigo, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's like having a personal tutor who's available all the time.
That's incredible.
I know, and it's powered by GPT-4.
So that's a type of AI that's really good at understanding
Yeah.
and generating human-like text.
Oh, for sure. So it's not just spitting out random words.
Oh.
It's actually understanding the context.
Yeah.
And it's been trained on this massive data set of text and code,
Wow.
which allows it to grasp these really complex concepts.
Oh, that's a lot.
And communicate them in a way that people can actually understand.
So it's not just giving you answers, it's actually teaching you.
Exactly.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, it's more than just a fancy calculator. It's
Yeah.
like a digital brain in a way.
Totally. So you have this super powerful AI,
Yeah.
but Khan, he was actually kind of skeptical at first.
Really?
He wasn't sure how much it could actually do for education.
I mean, it is a new technology, right?
Yeah, and then he had this aha moment when he was working with GPT-4.
He saw what it could really do.
Yeah, he describes this scene where him and his daughter and GPT-4 were writing a story together.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah, all three of them collaborating.
Yeah.
And he said the AI wasn't just throwing in random words.
Mm-hmm.
It was actually capturing their personalities, their writing styles.
That's incredible.
It was having another creative person in the room with them.
Like a third collaborator.
Yeah,
That's so cool.
I know.
It really highlights this idea that AI isn't just about replacing us.
Right.
It's about working with us, you know?
Yeah, enhancing what we can do.
Exactly. It's about opening up new possibilities.
Yeah, for sure.
Imagine having an AI that can help you brainstorm ideas or overcome writer's block.
Yeah.
Or even learn a new language in a way that's actually fun and personalized.
That's wild.
That's the potential we're talking about here.
That's huge.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the big question that everyone had when ChatGPT first came out.
Oh, yeah, the elephant in the room.
Is this going to make cheating easier?
Right, because it can write pretty much anything you ask it to.
Yeah, and Khan actually talks about this in the book.
Okay.
He brings up this professor, Ethan Mollick, who decided to embrace AI in his classroom instead of trying to ban it.
Interesting approach.
Yeah, he thought, why fight it? Let's figure out how to use it.
Yeah, be proactive.
Totally.
So what did he do?
He actually encouraged his students to use AI to improve their writing.
Wow, that's bold.
Yeah. And the crazy thing is,
What happened?
the quality of their essays actually went up.
Really?
Yeah.
So instead of fearing the AI as this threat.
Yeah.
He saw it as an opportunity to enhance the learning,
Yeah.
to push the students to think more critically.
Totally. And that's like what Khan is getting at in the book, right?
Yeah, like instead of resisting this wave of technology,
Yeah.
we need to figure out how to ride it,
Right.
But how do we do that?
Exactly.
How do we turn AI from a potential threat into
Yeah.
something that's actually valuable for us?
That's the big question. And I think that's what Khan is trying to answer in the book.
Okay, so let's dig into that then.
Yeah, let's get into it.
I'm curious to hear what he has to say.
We do. He's talking about like personalizing education in a way we've never seen before.
Right, because right now it's kind of like a one-size-fits-all approach in a lot of schools.
Yeah, exactly. And he's saying AI could change that.
So like imagine a world where every student has access to a tutor who can adapt to their learning style,
Oh, wow.
like their pace, their interests, everything.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
That's the kind of personalized attention that can really like unlock a student's potential.
Yeah, because everyone learns differently, right?
Totally.
And he even talks about how Khanmigo can simulate conversations with historical figures
Oh, wow, that's cool.
like Harriet Tubman, George Washington.
you can have a conversation with them.
Yeah, can you imagine being a history student and getting to like interview these people?
That would bring history to life in a way that like a textbook just can't.
Totally. It would be so much more engaging.
It would be amazing.
And it makes you think about like how we're teaching now.
Yeah, like is it really the best way?
Like, are standardized tests really measuring what matters?
Right, because they're mostly just about memorizing facts and dates.
Yeah, and AI could help us create these like more personalized and engaging assessments.
That actually measure like a student's understanding of the material.
Yeah, not just their ability to memorize stuff.
Exactly, and that's what we should be aiming for, right?
Absolutely. But beyond all that, Khan also talks about this huge problem
Oh, yeah.
that millions of people around the world don't have access to quality education.
Right, like a lot of people don't even have access to basic education.
Yeah, and he's saying AI could help bridge that gap.
That's a big claim.
Yeah, but he paints this picture of a future where anyone with an internet connection can get a world-class education.
Wow, that would be incredible.
Like, imagine a student in a remote village in India having the same opportunities as a student at a top private school.
Yeah, like it levels the playing field.
Totally. AI could democratize education in a way we've never seen before.
That's a powerful idea.
It is, but we have to talk about the ethical considerations too.
Right, because AI is powerful, but it's not perfect.
Exactly. Khan doesn't shy away from the potential risks,
Okay, good.
but he emphasizes the importance of being responsible with this technology.
So, like, what does that look like in practice?
Well, he talks about building safeguards into AI systems,
Okay.
like from the very beginning.
Yeah, like making sure they're designed with ethics in mind.
Exactly. He even describes how he tested Khanmigo with these, like, potentially harmful prompts,
Oh, interesting.
like things that promote conspiracy theories,
Oh, wow.
just to see how it would respond.
Yeah.
And the results were actually encouraging.
okay.
Like, Khanmigo was able to recognize and debunk these harmful ideas.
So it's not just blindly repeating what it's been told.
Right. It's actually able to, like, think critically about the information.
That's really important.
Yeah, because it shows that AI can distinguish between, like, facts and misinformation.
Which is a huge concern with AI, right?
Totally. But even with those safeguards in place, there are still concerns about AI and jobs, you know?
Oh, yeah, that's a big one.
Like, a lot of people are worried that AI will automate away millions of jobs.
And it's a valid concern.
Yeah, Khan acknowledges those concerns, but he also says that AI will create new opportunities.
Okay, so it's not all doom and gloom.
Right, especially for people who are willing to adapt and learn new skills.
Because the job market is going to change, right?
Totally. He envisions a future where AI empowers people to be, like entrepreneurs, creators, innovators.
So it's not about replacing jobs, it's about changing the types of jobs that exist.
Yeah, and in a way, AI will force us to develop those skills that are uniquely human, you know?
Like creativity, critical thinking, emotional intelligence.
Exactly, those things that AI can't replicate.
Right, so it's like AI is pushing us to level up our own human skills.
I like that, leveling up.
Yeah.
And speaking of leveling up, Khan also talks about how AI could change the way we assess learning.
Okay, that's interesting.
Like, he's pretty critical of traditional standardized tests.
Yeah, a lot of people are.
He says they don't really capture the full range of a student's abilities.
Because they're so focused on rote memorization.
Exactly. And he's imagining a future where AI enables these, like, more personalized and dynamic assessments.
So, like, instead of just multiple choice questions.
Yeah, maybe students could showcase their understanding through like interactive simulations or creative projects.
Oh, wow. That would be so much more engaging.
Right, or even by debating with AI-powered characters.
That's a cool idea.
It's about moving beyond just memorizing facts and dates.
And really getting to the heart of what the student understands.
Yeah, like measuring their depth of knowledge.
It's a pretty radical shift from the way we think about testing now.
Totally. But even with all this talk about AI's potential, I think there's still this fear that it'll make teachers obsolete, you know?
Oh, yeah, that's a common concern.
Like, will robots replace teachers?
Right.
But Khan actually addresses that head on.
Okay, what does he say?
He sees AI as a tool that can help teachers, not replace them.
So, like a co-teacher.
Exactly.
Interesting.
Like, imagine a teacher having access to AI that can analyze student data,
Okay.
personalize learning plans,
Yeah.
even give feedback during lessons, like in real time.
Wow, that would free up so much time for teachers to actually, like, teach.
Totally. They could focus on mentoring students, fostering their creativity, creating a supportive learning environment.
That's what teachers are really good at, right?
Yeah, the human element.
Exactly.
And AI can help them do that even better.
It's like AI is taking care of the administrative stuff.
Yeah, the tedious tasks.
So teachers can focus on the human connection.
I like that.
And it's not just about academics, right?
Right.
Khan also talks about how AI can help with students' mental health and well-being.
Oh, it's interesting.
Like, he describes how AI-powered tools can provide personalized support to students who are struggling with things like anxiety or stress.
Wow, this is amazing.
Imagine an AI that can detect early warning signs of mental health issues.
Yeah.
And connect students with the resources they need.
That would be so helpful.
It's about creating a more holistic approach to education.
Yeah, like taking care of the whole student.
Exactly, not just their academic needs, but their emotional and social well-being, too.
I like that. But of course, we can't ignore the potential downsides.
Right, like with any new technology,
Khan talks a lot about ethical concerns.
like bias, data, privacy, those kinds of things.
Yeah, he stresses the importance of developing AI systems that are fair, equitable, and transparent.
So, like, making sure the algorithms aren't perpetuating existing biases.
Yeah, exactly.
And that student data is being used responsibly.
Yeah, it's about creating a framework of trust and accountability around AI in education.
That's crucial.
Definitely. Because if we don't do that, AI could actually worsen existing inequalities.
Right, it could amplify the problems we already have.
So it sounds like Khan is advocating for a pretty balanced approach to AI.
Yeah, like he's excited about the potential, but also realistic about the challenges.
Totally. So how do we navigate this complex landscape?
That's the big question.
Here's some of the key takeaways from the book.
Well, one of the biggest ones is that we all need to become more AI literate.
What does that mean?
It means understanding not just the technical stuff about AI,
Right.
but also the ethical implications and the potential impact on society.
Like we need to be able to ask critical questions about how AI is being used,
Basically.
challenge assumptions, and have these thoughtful discussions about its development.
Because it's going to impact all of us.
Fully. It's about being informed citizens in the age of AI
It's not just about understanding AI, it's about shaping its development.
and making sure it's used for good.
Exactly.
Khan encourages us to think about how we can use AI to solve problems, create opportunities, build a better future.
He sees AI as a tool that can amplify our human potential.
Yeah.
But it's up to us to use it wisely.
And that's a powerful message.
It really is. Yeah, it's like he's saying AI isn't just a tool, it's a reflection of who we are.
Oh, wow. Like a mirror.
Exactly.
It's deep.
It is, and I think it's a powerful reminder that we're not just like passive bystanders in all of this.
Right, we have a choice
Yeah, we have a responsibility to shape the future of AI.
to make sure it aligns with our values.
Exactly. And that brings us back to this core question that Khan keeps asking throughout the book.
Okay, what is it?
How can we use AI to create a better learning experience for everyone?
Yeah, for everyone, not just like the privileged few.
Exactly. And that's a question that goes beyond just the technology itself.
Right, it's about the purpose of education, like why are we even learning in the first place?
Totally. And I think Khan is suggesting that AI can help us redefine that purpose.
Oh, interesting. How so?
Well, he talks about how AI can help us foster those really important human skills.
Okay,
Like creativity, critical thinking, empathy, that kind of stuff.
yeah, the things that make us human.
Exactly. And those are the skills that will be essential in a future where AI is everywhere.
So it's not just about preparing students for a world with AI.
It's about preparing them to thrive in that world.
To be the one shaping AI, not being shaped by it.
Exactly.
That's empowering.
It is, and that's why it's so important for everyone to be part of this conversation.
Not just the tech people.
Right. We need educators, policymakers, parents, students, everyone.
We all need to be thinking critically about how AI is being used in education.
And what kind of future we want to create.
It's about having these open and honest discussions about the potential benefits and risks of AI.
Without getting caught up in the hype or the fear.
Right. And I think Khan does a really good job of facilitating that kind of discussion in his book.
Yeah, he presents a vision of the future that's both hopeful and realistic.
It's inspiring, but it's also grounded in, like, the actual challenges we're facing.
Totally. He shows us how AI can be a powerful tool for good.
But it's up to us to use it wisely. So for someone listening to this who's maybe feeling a bit overwhelmed by all this talk about AI, what would you say to them?
I'd say, don't be afraid to be curious.
Yeah, like, don't shut down.
Embrace the unknown.
Ask questions, explore different perspectives, have those conversations.
Because the future of AI is not set in stone.
We can still shape it.
We all have a role to play.
And that's a good reminder.
And I think Khan's book is a great starting point for anyone who wants to learn more.
It's definitely thought-provoking.
It'll challenge your assumptions and make you think about the future in new ways.
Well said. And on that note, I think we've reached the end of our deep dive into Brave New Words by Salman Khan.
It's been a fascinating discussion.
It has, and hopefully you, our listener, are feeling a little more informed about the potential of AI in education.
And maybe even a little inspired to be part of shaping that future.
Absolutely. If you're intrigued by what we've talked about today, we highly recommend checking out the book for yourself.
It's a really great read.
It is. And who knows, maybe it'll even spark some deep conversations of your own about the future of learning in the age of AI.
Those are the conversations we need to be having.
Totally. So until next time, keep learning, keep questioning, and keep exploring. And don't forget to subscribe to Revise and Resubmit on Spotify and Apple Podcasts for more captivating deep dives like this one. And if you're enjoying the show and want to support us in creating more insightful content, consider becoming a patron on Patreon. Every contribution helps us continue this journey of exploration and discovery. Until next time, keep those minds curious, keep questioning, and keep revising and resubmitting.